Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we'll be talking about 20 things that show you have class. Have you ever met someone who walks into a room without saying much, without wearing expensive clothes, without trying to impress anyone, yet somehow everyone notices them? People naturally respect them. They listen when they speak. They admire them without even knowing why. That's what class look like. And here's the interesting part. Class has absolutely nothing to do with money. It has nothing to do with luxury cars. It has nothing to do with designer brands. You can wear $1,000 suit and still have no class. You can wear simple clothes from your local store and still radiate elegance. Real class comes from deep within. It is reflected in your words, in your habits, in your emotional intelligence, in the way you make other people feel. Unfortunately, today's world often confuses attention with respect. Many people chase likes instead of character, status instead of substance, fame instead of dignity, but the people who leave the biggest impression are usually the quietest. Today, we're exploring 20 things that quietly reveal you have class. Some of these habits are simple, others are difficult, but together they separate truly elegant people from everyone else. So, are you ready? Let's begin. You respect everyone. The first one is you must respect everyone. One of the clearest things of class is how you treat people who cannot offer you anything, including the waiter, the cleaner, the security guard, the cashier, the delivery driver. Anyone can be polite to a CEO. Class is being polite to everyone because respect isn't earned through status. It is given because you are a decent human being. People never forget how you made them feel, and truly classy people make everyone feel valued. The second one, you don't need to show off. Class doesn't scream, it whispers. People with class don't constantly remind others about their achievements. They don't post every success just to prove they are winning. They don't interrupt conversations to talk about themselves. Confidence doesn't need applause. Only insecurity does. When you're genuinely successful, you stop needing everyone else to know. Now we come to the third one. You listen more than you speak. Most people listen only so they can respond. Classy people listen to understand. When someone speaks, they maintain eye contact. They do not interrupt. They do not look at their phones. They make people feel heard. And in today's distracted world, that is becoming increasingly rare. Now let's come to our fourth one. You stay calm under pressure. Anyone can be pleasant when life is easy. Real character appears during difficult moments. Traffic, arguments, stress, delays, bad news. Class is remaining composed when everyone else loses control. Because emotional maturity is more impressive than emotional reactions. The strongest person in the room is often the calmest. Number 5, you keep your word. Promises matter. If you say you'll call, you should call. If you say you'll arrive at 6, that's what you must do. Your reputation is built on consistency. Classy people understand that trust is built one kept promise at a time. You don't gossip. That's our 6th one. Talking badly about people behind their backs says more about you and it does about them. People with class avoid unnecessary drama. They don't enjoy humiliating others. Instead, they protect people's dignity, even when those people aren't present. That's integrity. Number 7, you know how to admit you're wrong. Pride destroys relationships. Class builds them. Saying I was wrong, I misunderstood, I am sorry, takes incredible strength. Weak people defend their ego. Strong people defend the truth. Number 8, you dress neatly, not expensively. Looking classy isn't about wearing designer labels. It's about looking clean, well groomed, organized. Clothes should reflect self-respect, not financial status. People notice effort, not price tags. Number 9, you control your emotions. Feelings are normal, exploding isn't. Classy people don't let anger control every conversation. They pause before reacting. They think before speaking, because words spoken in anger can leave permanent scars. Now we come to number 10. You celebrate other people's success. Jealousy is loud. Class is silent. Confidence. Instead of comparing, you congratulate. Instead of competing, you appreciate. Someone else's success doesn't reduce your own potential. The sun doesn't become dim because the moon shines. So if you're enjoying this conversation, take a second to subscribe. This channel is about becoming your best self, not through pretending, but through building genuine confidence, discipline, and character. Now, let's continue. Number 11, you don't need to win every argument. Sometimes peace is worth more than being right. People with class understand this. They choose wisdom over ego. Not every disagreement deserves a battle. Sometimes walking away is the smartest victory. Number 12, you protect people's secrets. Trust is fragile. One careless conversation can destroy years of friendship. If someone trusts you with personal information, you protect it. That's loyalty. And loyalty never goes out of style. Number 13, you practice gratitude. Classy people appreciate what they have, not because life is perfect, but because gratitude creates peace. They say thank you to family, to friends, to colleagues, even strangers. Gratitude makes ordinary moments extraordinary. 14, you continue learning. The smartest people rarely think they are the smartest. They read, they ask questions, learn new skills, remain curious, because true intelligence is knowing how much you still don't know. 15, you avoid constant complaining. Everyone has problems, we know that. But classy people don't make negativity their personality. They acknowledge challenges, they look for solutions. Energy is contagious. People naturally gravitate towards those who inspire hope. 16, you respect other people's time. Being consistently late communicates something. It says, my time matters more than yours. Classy people arrive prepared. They don't waste meetings. They don't cancel without reason. Respecting time is respecting people. 17, you stay humble after success. The higher you climb, the kinder you should become. Success should expand your generosity, not your ego. Real greatness creates humility, not arrogance. You speak clearly and kindly. Words create worlds. Classy people avoid unnecessary insults, sarcasm, mockery, cruel jokes. Instead, they encourage, they uplift, they inspire because kindness costs nothing, yet it changes everything. Number 19, you walk away from toxic situations. Not every fight deserves your energy. Sometimes the classiest response is silence. Protecting your peace isn't weakness, it's wisdom. Number 20, you stay true to yourself. Perhaps the greatest sign of class is authenticity. You don't pretend, you don't imitate, you don't change personalities depending on who's watching. You know your values, you live by them, even when nobody's looking. That is true elegance. So, in conclusion, here is something worth remembering. Class isn't something you buy. It isn't inherited. It isn't measured by wealth. It isn't determined by your job title. Class is built every single day through tiny decisions, choosing patience instead of anger, choosing honesty instead of convenience, choosing humility instead of pride, choosing kindness instead of cruelty. The beautiful thing about class is that everyone can develop it. You don't need permission. You don't need expensive clothes. You don't need fame. You simply need the willingness to become a better version of yourself. And remember this, people may forget your achievements. They may forget your appearance. They may even forget your words, but they will never forget how your character made them feel. So, the next time you enter a room, don't try to be the richest. Don't try to be the loudest. Don't try to be the most admired. Simply become the person whose presence leaves others feeling respected, inspired, and valued. Because that's what real class is. And before you go, answer this question on the comments. Which of these 20 habits do you have already practiced? And which one will you start working on today? And remember this, class isn't about how much money you have, it's about how much character you have. So now we came to the end. If this video resonates with you, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who appreciates personal growth. Until next time, keep building your character, protect your peace, and remember that true class is something you practice every day, not something you were. Until next time, bye.